This movie has such a powerful message, and it had me in tears at the end. It's just so moving. What was the most important reason for you to make a sequel at this time?
Well, the first movie, according to a lot of people who made generous comments, added to the momentum to solve this crisis. And we want to add more momentum. And in the last decade, since the first movie, there have been a lot of big changes. The climate-related extreme events are more common and more serious. Just today, more troops have had to be sent to British Columbia to fight the fires there. We've got a lot of them in my country today. But the second big change is that now we have the solutions. They're available, they're affordable, and they're still coming down in price. So we need the political will, but that's a renewable resource.
As someone who cares about the environment myself, I feel that a lot of people are really resistant to change. Is there any specific age group that you've talked to that you feel is more open to be willing to step up and do something about it?
Well, I think the younger generation is sort of puzzled at why older people aren't really unanimous on this. And actually, more and more people are coming to understand that we've got to solve this. We can solve it, and now we've got to get on with it. The movie does evoke a lot of emotions. I've heard that from so many people. And I'm glad about that. And I'm glad that people come out of the movie feeling hopeful, because we can solve this.
Also in the movie, you meet people who have been through disasters due to climate change, and they're very, moved by it. Do you feel that they're more open to your message?
Yeah, I think that people who have unfortunately gone through some of these climate-related tragedies have a voice we need to hear. These events are so common now. Every night on the TV news is like a nature hike through the book of Revelation. We need to connect the dots and realize that this is the moral challenge of our time. That's why I hope people will go see this movie and learn about the crisis and the solutions. I hope they go to the website, inconvenientsequel.com, and you can buy advance tickets. It opens here August 4th.
Most definitely. I recently read an article that said that the best thing we could do to cut down on greenhouse gases was to stop flying, driving, eating meat, and having children. Is that something that you agree with?
Well, I drive an electric vehicle, and I think that the wider availability of affordable electric vehicles powered by renewable electricity will be the wave of the future. The airline industry worldwide is responsible for as much as 2% of the problem, and that's huge, and they're now engaged in efforts to try to mitigate their impact for sure. There are ways to offset those things. Where diet is concerned, I don't proselytize on that. I've been a vegan myself for 5 years, but I think that's an individual choice for everybody. I would say what the doctors tell everybody, that eating less meat is probably good for your health also. Paul McCartney pushes meatless Mondays. But I try not to proselytize on food choices, but it does have an impact.
There have been a number of improvements in the world since the first movie came out. What is the next big thing that needs to change?
Well, I think that the next big thing is grassroots activism. We're encouraging people to see the movie and learn about the crisis and the solutions, and then use their voices, win the conversations on climate. These social revolutions start in conversations. That's how the civil rights movement succeeded in my country. All the great moral causes were won when people looked at the ultimate choice between what's right and what's wrong. Use your votes, become active as a citizen. Use your choices in the marketplace to send a signal to business that you want more climate-friendly alternatives. And then become active in every part of your life.
Thank you so much. That's such a wonderful message, and I hope everyone listens to it.
Thank you.
Thank you for this movie. I enjoyed it so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.